Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Dragonfable. In the last part, we went and got a number 2. In this one, we are going to grab ourselves Rolith as well as Nythera as our guests and travel over to the Brogmerk Cape. The ruins of a once great paladin stronghold. Brogmerk Cape now holds just dusty dungeons and tainted shards of once powerful items. Enwyn might be able to use those shards to make special magical weapons more powerful. So we're going to head over that way. This area actually also got a revamp very recently, right after our paladin, which was kind of hilarious because it's the areas I want to show off. So we can kind of look around. And we have a forge here. Hail, hero. Why have you come to these haunted ruins? Haunted? Brogmerk was once a great paladin stronghold until the shadow necromancers attacked. It's said that the battle raged for decades, but historians tend to exaggerate. The land and harbor were poisoned for many years, though. Only recently has nature begun to return to these ruins. The harbor is still a ghost of what it was, though. The lingering spirits of the light and dark won't abandon their posts so easily. Were you? Menwen, once a long time ago, my ancestors were part of the Paladin Order. Now, just a simple blacksmith. Shards of the Order's armor and bones of the necromancers still litter and pollute the cave. As time passes, they break down, but I'm trying to speed the process along. A fellow named Arctic stopped by years ago and shared with me knowledge of destiny weapons, wielded by champions of light. With my forge, I can upgrade them, provided you bring me the materials. As for the cursed doom weapons, I won't touch them. I may not be a paladin, but I know when something's too dangerous to handle. If you're intent with meddling such things, perhaps something the necromancers left behind can help you. And so, destiny upgrades. Bring back Brogmerk bindings of the Ancient Order, and I will reforge your destiny weapons. So we'll take a look at the forge. We currently have a key dragon staff right here. The next step is the all upright. We need 13 of those bindings. And, well, luckily, there is some quests we can do to get them. I don't recommend using it for this, though. So we've upgraded our Doom weapon a little bit further. Then, up these stairs is a nice little healing panel. And we can now work on taking out this. So, if you decide to bring on your light weapon, you are healing this enemy. He hits decently, but you don't want to let him live long enough for that. However, he is weak to dark. So, one blast and he is 3/4 dead. Also, doing this, make sure to switch your dragon for the exact same reason. Rolith, you should be fine. And Nythera. So, she uses a lot of elements, and this entire side is, well, these 3 are light, and then these are void. So she has quite a bit of choice. If you use any of these 3, you're healing the enemy. Be careful. But her regular attack is typeless. Takes him out, no problem. It also hits really hard. So we're going to get a chance to show her off because a lot of these enemies are all going to be light based, and we'll be going through another area that is going to be dark based. So no matter what, we wouldn't want to be over reliant on that element. Alright, 3 against 1. We're going to Fury that. It doesn't kill, but it does hit them all pretty hard. Draco's going to come in, almost kill. You had the most, so let's just attack you. And we're going to finish this off with the first of the skills, Razor Wind. She makes a bow of wind and basically mage furies them. Very helpful. It's not a long quest, so even though we need to get 13, it's not as bad as the Haunted Mansion, where your 13 will take quite a bit of time. Oh yeah, we don't even need to worry about that now. Just 2 regular attacks and they're down. we're going to keep our trip with this. I feel like these were longer quests at one point, and they just recently shrunk them down. Because this feels really, really quick for what is some good mid-game upgrades. And this is the final room. We just literally blasted through all this. Mage Fury just to do some heavy damage to everything. Linger Wisp is down. Actually going to go Light Element and crush it. And that's not because it needs it, but it's I have enough AoE on other people. Like, there we go. That one in the back should be dead. Oh, it's still up. Oh crap. But our health, we barely took any damage. So a lot of these quests, I'm more worried about the long length quests where I will probably not have enough healing. There we go. Hey, completed it. 18k XP and 270. There we go. Frogmark Binding. That was the first of the 3 quests in this area. This is the one we're going to be showing off last. We're going to head down to this. You come closer. Doom beckons. This land, ravaged by battle, torn by light and dark. This is my home. The paladins would have you believe they won their battles in ages past, yet it still rages on in spirit and bone. But doom will come for it all in the end. Who are you? I am nobody. Do not concern yourself with such trivial matters. What is important is that I can help you. This altar can empower weapons housing doom spirits. Bring me the cursed bones of the fallen, and my power shall be yours. Do not be tempted by the light. It is a path of folly, doomed to end. For I am patient, and there will not always be a warden. Doom, and doom weapons is always going to be an explanation. Doom empower. So, we need to get to Dire, but then all of these upgrade the same. 13 Shadowbone shards. So we have a few. It'll get us all the way up to 56. So we're going to get quite a bit of distance on this one. I don't understand why they kept a blacksmithing requirement. We're not blacksmithing. But I guess it's so we understand them better. We can heal, we can potions, and this is a dead end. Let's head back into this area. Mausoleum. This is going to be a darker area. Oh, sorry. This is the Baldmark Crypt. Paladin's Order Crypt. These dusty halls were invaded by the necromancers to summon undead. And this is something we're more going to be used to. We've fought undead. We fought a lot of them in the war. And that is unfortunately why we did bring unaffiliated. Hey, look. There's our heal. Ooh, it looks like I'll actually get to show off Nethera's attacks. So, 221. We have a choice. We have Haste, which is just a single hit. Beam, which is hits every enemy. And Roar, which is just a strong single target. The downside, it costs so much MP. But that'll heal us up quickly. And this one feels like it's a bit of a maze. We're going to Fury. It's not going to be enough for any of these, unfortunately. Oh, we need to change you back to light. Like, as long as we have some control, we can do it, but... what has the most health? 150, 156. Okay. And we are going to actually smite the entire battlefield with Beam. It only hit the outside too. It didn't actually hit the Guardian in the center. Which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. We have enough firepower for that. I have not done this quest yet. Probably not that way. That's a dead end, so let's try left. So I'm not 100% sure what to expect. The wisps, I keep forgetting. Wisps are Well, we saw them in the other tower. They are immune to light. Luckily, that doesn't stop my 2 allies, even though I do use a light weapon myself. And enough of the things in the crypts are weak to light, it should be fine. Like, listen, 10, not a big difference from light. Whereas the light tower, darkness did extra. Darkness elemental, likewise, it melts immediately upon getting hit. So we'll just have to keep that in mind. Don't use AoE when it's wisps. And there it is, there's the end. 3 enemies. Not too worrying, honestly. Full infused with light, that's the best one to have gotten that. Darkness elemental down to 32 HP. We'll heavy attack it. I don't think that's gonna... Oh, it is enough to kill. And I could kill that. Or let's, in fact, just roar the Guardian. Health down, already down to 400. That's 1 or 2 hits at most. Fury again, just to... Boom, he's down. The light hits, and... Guardian goes down as well. Both the same. Boom. And there we go. We now have Bone Shard, Binding, Light Shards. I have not made it back to the area. It's going to be way harder than it was before, but because that's an endurance area. But we can just always bring Paladin, and that should cover the issues. But there, that is the 2 other areas, just leaving us with the center. So, the crypt, that was an area focused on dark. The tower focused on light. We then also have this area, which is focused on both. I'm not as worried. My main character does use a light weapon for the most part. And these enemies are going to be coming at us with both types. But with both my allies having the option to not use light or dark, it should make this reasonable. Those wisps are probably going to be the biggest thing because I don't ever consider them light elemental. There's also random fish zombies. I have also not done this dungeon. I know it's a source of both Shadow Bone Shards and the bindings, but I could just do bindings much faster the other way, so I never really worried about it. It feels pretty similar to the dungeon for the wings. And I'm kind of treating it the same. We are going to level up, it feels like, in this. We're still a few levels before we can upgrade our next round of stuff. But the 70s have a lot of upgrades for the defender items, so we're going to make some good progress. The exit for this one can be anywhere, is what I think the issue is. I mean, if you want to just keep giving me zombies and undead, I will happily take that. Because, like, there is no part of me that is upset that we are fighting zombies right now and skeletons with my current setup. Heading a little further south, more guardians. We have yet to see a turn-off point yet either. I know this is generated randomly, but you would think it's not an instant thing. I kind of like that I can recognize a few of the ones in the back, like definitely over the Dragonfish. That's Ichigo sword, 100%. Nothing else I can see there. But I don't recognize a lot. There's a lot of different ones. I wonder if it's just all the different weapons that they've designed and not gone with for things, I'm sure there's got to be at least one that's at Zanpakuto. I don't want to be seen as a liar. There's definitely supposed to be light enemies here. But I'm perfectly fine getting the easier kills. We are starting to dip into our mana reserves, though, because of how long a quest this is. I'm trying to more reserve the ally stuff because I can heal my MP. I have access to that. With just one of the default skills from the oh, and here we go. Here's an example of all the elements together. Yeah, one of the defaults, meditate, recover 30% of your MP. So that is my recovery method. Fury is not going to help us here, which is unfortunate. So I'm actually going to final on the Darkness Elemental. Jump to the Lingering Wisp with Crush, because that might be enough to take him down. And then, I don't know why I went in that order. We're going to use Flame on the Light Elemental. And this is why I'm not specifically worried about, because look at that, they got burned, so. I'm using a light weapon. I will want to be a little more cautious with this. Wind should be fine. It's my weakest cost move. We've now made it to the point where they're mixing around the enemies. It's not just all light and all dark. Which it does feel like those guys shouldn't have been like, oh yeah, let's team up to take out this random person. But I mean, hey, more power to them. There is supposed to be dead ends to this quest, like in the big dungeon I was doing earlier. But so far there's been no turn-offs at all. It's a completely randomized thing, so it should have like split paths and things. But I mean, I'll take it. I'll take the extra. Okay. Instead, let's try that same strategy, but we're going to equip our Dark Staff and target the Light Element first. He goes down, Draco attacks the Dark Elemental, and you use Crush on Lingering Wisp just to make it disappear. And that just leaves us with the chance to... I guess we can use Haste to show it off. It is literally that. You just attack very, very fast. Man, look at the variety of weapons here. Worst part is this could have been on screen the entire time and I would not have noticed. Roar. The very least, it's giving us quite a bit more experience than the previous rounds have been. We're down to low MP. I'm a little worried. We should be fine, but... yeah, you know what? Just regular attack. That was enough. Oh, no, that was the right way. I was like, crap, I went backwards. It's fine. If it gets an extra attack, I'll use it as a chance to heal MP. Hey, meditate. 165 MP. I have 0 investment into my MP stat. But it just shows that you don't worry about it as much in the late game comparatively. I should probably equip my... Actually, they're not too big of a difference damage-wise. I guess the Destiny one is a lot more focused as opposed to the Doom weapon, but also I get a boost as opposed to a resistance to hit with. Yeah, I don't know why it's giving me a teleport thing. There has yet to be a split path. I'm gonna ice them. Heal them slightly. Brush them. At least the wisps are a net 0 if you hit them with the wrong element, but did I just miss the turnoff for this, or? Doesn't really matter which one I use it on, so crush. Life sustaining pool of water. I think this is just a heal, it's not even a MP recovery. I should just convert the dragon over to fire. Yeah, you know what? Just so he's hitting each turn at least. I don't have any other types of weapon though, so I will not have that same thing. Let's ice him, and then hopefully the dragon with fire can do some extra. We don't want that one to still exist. Slam was not the move I was aiming for there. Beam, sure. The wisp kind of got distracted there. Wind, take it out. Just do a regular heavy attack. It doesn't matter what I use, it's dead. If you're ever wondering which route you took, it's usually just based on where you're standing after the fight. Because it's not going to move you across the room, though that would be evil if it did. You are usually pretty safe to take, if you're at the top of the screen, that means you came from the top, whichever side of the center, because all these enemies are centered. Crush the lingering wisp. And we're actually going to use Razor Wind. I'm worried when we do come across an enemy that does have both light and dark resistance. I don't see us working too well on that. I gave the tip and then immediately forgot to use it. We should be getting pretty close to the end of the dungeon, though. I am increasingly confused when we're not seeing it. Okay, Okay, do I have anything else? Spirit-like projectile, void for that. Rain. Does rain do it? Rain is a heal. It said mana, but it didn't improve my mana, which is unfortunate. Luckily, they still pack enough of a punch with their regular attacks that I'm not super worried. There are some guys that once they don't have mana, they don't have any use. Rolith early game is kind of like that. He still hits pretty hard with his hammer, but once his mana is gone, it's a lot less powerful. Because he goes from I hit 6 times to I hit twice. Final to take that out. Lights down, and I shouldn't be using that stuff to make it flashy. Like, I'm already running low on both the MPs. Yeah, I just had a few fights where I'm like, oh, this is easy. And now it's like, yeah, you gotta be careful. You are almost out of MP for every single round. Oh. 19-1. So this area, I believe, is 25-25. And because it's a 1, that does actually mean something. It means if we head up, this is just 0. Dang it. I would say, because around the edges, so if it's a 20 by 20 grid, that's 200 squares it can be. Oh, come on, you live with Solid Lake. Any paths north here? You know what, let's head south too. Oh. Loud chair, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not sure where it's trying to send us, because like it's such a huge map, but I guess that is, even if it was a 20 by 5, level up. Make the turn, see the next enemy, then backtrack. And all of this, and we have not actually even seen an item yet. We have not seen a single item, so it's just the reward from the quest at this point. There's supposed to be some other ones hidden along the sides. Oh, we have another split. And look at that. Free Shadowbone charge. And but good XP. And if you are grinding up both a Doom weapon and a Destiny weapon, honestly, just do the other 2 quests. Oh, and a second Shadowbone shard. Like, so far, there's not anything that screams like, yes, we need to use like this quest for. Oh no. Go to teleport, because that is accurate now. Everything past that to the south has been checked. Watch, I turned around like a step before the end. Did I take this path? I must have. Go to teleport. Then south is the path I needed. So that is definitely a benefit of the big maze ones giving you teleport, because that is so helpful to actually traverse these areas. And of course, all this for another split. I was complaining there's no splits, and now there's too many splits. Right. Update teleport to here. Well, okay, so 19. I would say this one has to be. Already 2 of each. That is a good start. We are at 3 and 3 gained from just this one quest. Except we took out one of each of them in around 11 minutes total. So I'll repeat, don't recommend this quest unless you're incredibly lucky. And even then, there's no guarantee. At least in the other one, it's a smaller grid, so you can kind of focus more. There's not an easy way to keep a 20 by 20 in your head. And it could be bigger. Every number being between 0 and 19 so far has kind of told me it's not. But I bet you if I check right now, if I go to set 6, 8. It crashed. It crashed. I'm now back in here. I did keep the 3 and 3 I had gotten, but I think that's good enough to show off that quest. I didn't expect it to crash. I think it's because I clicked to set thing and then I hit no, and it didn't hold that very well. Nonetheless, thank you guys for coming up to this part. In the next part, I guess start the Dragon Egg Saga. See you guys then.